Welcome back to another edition of Uncommon Commentators with Jay, Jonah, and Zoe. Welcome back with us. And guys, how was y'all weekend? Did y'all do anything fun besides watch basketball?
I keep telling myself I'm going to, but then I end up, watching my hoop. It was a good weekend. Phenomenal weekend of basketball.
It really was. It was. No, it definitely was.
When ESPN and ABC line it up with 4 straight games on a Saturday.
Oh yeah, I'm with that. No,
I'm not going outside.
I love the afternoon games. Mm-hmm. I love those. When they start doing those, when they start doing the afternoon on Sunday, I rock with those heavy. But I did see somebody on Twitter say that basketball Sundays is better than football Sundays. Do y'all agree with that?
It's hard to. The magnitude of football is tough. I'm not even a big football guy, but the magnitude of week to week in football.
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, absolutely. I think I don't agree with that because football Sunday is just a different thing. It's just a different breed. Like, people really shut down their day for that. So it's like, I'm not even going to really agree with that all the way. Even though I do love my noon NBA basketball, then the 3 o'clock game, then you got a 6 o'clock game, then you got a 9 o'clock game. I love that shit. And it started being nice outside. You can go out to the bars and sit outside and watch some hoops.
I can even crack
Sunday.
A window open and watch
Absolutely.
In the crib.
Indeed. Boy, indeed. Did y'all see, before we get into it, I know we talk all things basketball. And all we've been doing is talking about NBA. But I just want to talk about a couple people real quick. Caitlin Clark is the first one.
She's a problem.
Caitlin Clark, if y'all don't know, played for Iowa. And I don't know, is she a sophomore or she a junior?
She's a junior now.
She a junior now? But she a bucket. Like, they call
24
her
class, whatever that is.
A point guard. Yeah. She can do everything. Like, literally. If y'all have not watched Iowa basketball, they on all the time now. Every time I look on ESPN on the weekends, they be there. Y'all should check her out. She had a nasty. I don't understand how they don't even guard for that. All she did was like a little pin down around the whole court.
She got the Curry flow. You just can't stop it.
And they didn't run with it. She just cashed that shit.
The women's college has been doing a good job at getting their time slots when not much other stuff is on, so you can actually watch the games.
Absolutely.
I've been watching some good. So I've been tuning into my Caitlin Clark games.
I know you've been watching her.
It's a good time. I
y'all been watching.
I think that was Saturday, so I didn't watch it. I was mad. I saw it on Twitter. I'm like,
I saw. I was in and out with that. I've been watching a lot of LSU and Angel Reese. She a bucket. I think she might have missed one game, but every game she scored a double-double. At one point, she was averaging like 28 and 15.
I was looking up that class. That class that they're in is crazy. It's like the 24 draft class. It's loaded.
Yeah,
there's a lot of hoops. There's a lot of hoopers. I can't stay up on everything.
No,
this is why I got you guys. So
she nuts. Like she can really hoop.
Just look at the stat lines, and you're like, that's all I needed. I'll see her in the W in a couple of years.
Absolutely. Like another thing with the college basketball, I never thought in girls ball that I would see another team dominate like South Carolina have. I always thought it was going to be UConn with like a little Tennessee sprinkled in and something, but South Carolina, whatever Dawn Staley is doing with these girls, she got their ass humming over there.
Cooking.
Like,
she's a legend. Really she knows what she's doing. She's got a nice program over there. Bring them in, keep them coming. She's got the system down.
Even when Paige got injured, it took a big drop for UConn, and South Carolina took that spot right away.
Yep. And they've won like 2 of the last 3 or 4 years. Like they're gonna fuck around and win again this year. Like with ease, they got Aaliyah Boston over there. She's a bucket. LSU ain't none of LSU is a problem as well. They just in the same conference as South Carolina, but I really enjoyed that this weekend. It was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of basketball over the weekend. It was different things.
There's some crazy college men's games too, buzzer beaters. Stuff. I turned on the Arizona State game. Guy throws up a 3/4 court shot and makes it.
Yeah, it was a lot of upsets. Indiana beat Purdue. Purdue has lost like the last 2 or 3 games, but they're gonna be all right. We're gonna dive too much into college basketball. We're gonna start that next week, I believe. Jonah, ain't that when tournaments start next week?
We start on like the 14th, so it's middle.
A couple weeks.
Yeah, we should be dropping an episode right around then.
We getting there.
I'm gonna have to study up. Ooh.
Yeah, yes you are. It's
chaos this year. It's chaos in the men's.
Super chaos. Even though Houston been hooping though, I really want to like
dart
see
throw.
Houston win.
You can be dart throwing, and you'll have a good bracket over someone that knows.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's how it is most years, but this year especially.
True. Anything else, y'all, over the weekend that y'all saw that made you go, what in the fuck? You know what? I have something that happened today, actually. I love Adam Silver, but I don't know if he's doing too much for the players with the shit he just talking about, like a cap for overtime games. First of all, games like that happen over the weekend don't happen all the time. And
that was one of the better regular season games I've seen in a minute.
And he actually said Kawhi's name in it in that statement.
Oh, he name dropped Kawhi?
Yeah,
if you don't have the Clippers, if you don't have the load management Clippers playing that game, do we hear about this?
No, absolutely not.
No.
If it was anybody else, we would never hear about that. A cap? No. How about you just stop them? How about that? And you won't have to worry about any of this going on. But we can just, matter of fact, we can just segue, which is talking about that, into the weekend, the season start back up on last Thursday. And we had honestly, I don't even remember who the hell played Thursday night because it's been so much basketball happening.
So much more
Saturday
happening.
and Sunday. It was so much basketball. I forgot who the fuck played Friday and definitely don't remember on Thursday.
I definitely remember Friday.
I took a note of it.
The Bulls beat the shit out of the Nets on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 27-point first half.
Hey, that Pat Bev effect surprised me.
They whooped their ass.
I had to go. It was halftime because the Wolves were playing at the same time, and I'm like, I'll go see what other games are on at half. And I see 27 to like 60, and I had to click on like 3 different sports sites to see what the fuck was going on.
They was beating their ass like
ridiculous.
I don't even know, who was I watching on
Thursday?
Friday
We had the 76ers
like that.
76ers comeback on Memphis was on Thursday.
Oh,
that's right. That was the first game on that night, right? So who played Thursday night? Was it the Lakers Warriors?
That was the Lakers game.
Was that Friday
Thursday night
when they played the Warriors? I forgot. Honestly, I don't remember.
It's been so much.
It's been so much going on. So Friday night was the Clippers Kings, right?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Was it
Friday? Yeah, Friday. Friday was. Friday was.
That was Friday. Yeah, that was Friday.
That shit was.
Because I got done watching us lose to the Hornets. I was hot as hell, angry as hell because we keep losing these weak ass teams. And I'm like, okay,
we know how you feel.
I'm gonna go watch.
Bulls fans.
For some reason, my therapy of watching bad basketball is watching more basketball. So of course I go to League Pass. I'm like, I'll put this Kings game on. It's tied. We got the Clippers go on a 10-0 run. I'm like, damn, okay. Then there's 3 straight turnovers. It's tied. And then we just get fucking chaos for the rest. The Clippers had like 10 chances to win this game.
So many chances. And I know a lot of people wanted to highlight Russ from that game. But I don't know. He did some shit I saw him doing what he did with the Lakers, what he did with OKC,
I seen that one pass on Twitter today you're talking
what he
about.
did with the Wizards. Was it the Wizards? Yeah, the Wizards. So it's
Wizards,
like people have to fail to realize, like, and I understand former players they're going to, back up Russ, but the shit Russ been doing, he just never had that super limelight. Ever since KD left, it's just been like Brody doing his thing with nobody else. But
that's true.
That's basically what's been going on.
OKC, he was carrying them teams. That's why he had to do the triple-double.
Because he could do whatever he wanted. That was the offense like that.
Exactly. And now you come
Steven Adams boxing out.
Exactly.
Just to box out.
Screen. You got Steven Adams setting screen for you.
Exactly. That's it. So it's like now he come here where anytime you're on a LeBron team, we know what it is. It's time to we're trying to win this shit every time. So
you gotta fit in there and get out.
I know, Jonah, you probably saw a lot of it more than we did. What was your takeaway from that game, especially about the Kings?
I was a big Malik Monk guy at Kentucky. I love that Kentucky team with Malik Monk, De'Aaron, and bam, they were all freshmen that year. So seeing Malik get a good role in the league is dope. He kind of had that platform last year with the Lakers, but this man couldn't miss.
He could not miss. He could not miss.
They drew up this one play where they had him go around the outside of the arc to the corner, and De'Aaron was going to drive and kick to him, and De'Aaron threw this lob pass. He relocated. The perfect spot, hit the three to go to overtime, and it was
perfect.
That Kings offense is crazy.
Good
I'm
execution.
telling you, it's like the Warriors, like before the Warriors became the Warriors, like that 2015 year, like Mike Brown just pretty much brought that offense over there. I don't know. For me, so you didn't see any of the game, right? Did you see any?
It was late.
Nah,
I think I sent a text in the group chat. I didn't get a text back.
Yeah, I woke up, checked the stat lines, check the box score.
For me,
hit y'all up.
For me,
Twitter.
Right. For me, I don't know. I feel the same way about the Kings. Like, this is going to be a fun. We don't know what the hell is going to happen with the Kings in the playoffs. It's going to suck because they're going to get somebody that's going to be dangerous. And that if they keep that third spot, they're going to be in that 3-6. And they don't want to be in that 4-5. Any spot the end going to suck for them. But going to the Clippers, I've seen a lot of people say the Clippers and Denver are the best team. Or no, the Clippers and the Suns are the best team in the West. But the thing about the Clippers is, I don't know what they are. I don't know.
They don't know.
Teams, we talked about this in the group chat. Teams come back fast. 20-point leads don't mean shit no more in the NBA. But the Clippers, they found ways to lose games. Like,
I'm usually like a Ty Lue. Ty Lue has had some really good years. I've seen a lot of bad stuff about Ty Lue this year. I'm I'm not locked in enough to know a ton about it, but obviously you have to deal with all those moving parts. Like, it's tough.
It's really
I just
tough.
saw something. Russ had a good third quarter, and he got benched the whole fourth.
Yeah, he got benched the whole fourth in the overtime against Denver. And
Clippers went small ball for the whole first overtime. It went to 2 overtimes, right?
One, I think. Was it one for that one?
For
it
at
was
least
2 against the Kings for sure.
In the
it was
in the Kings game, they closed small. I think Zubac was out, but they didn't want to put Plumlee out there, and they were just having issues. I don't think he finished the whole fourth quarter. He didn't come in till first overtime. He's new, but still, they got a lot of stuff to figure out these last 20 games.
They got a lot of shit to figure out because basically they brought in Eric Gordon. Who else they bring in? Oh, Russ. Eric Gordon and Russ. So you pretty much flip
Plumlee,
John Wall, and Reggie Jackson for Plumlee, Russ, and Eric Gordon.
But Plumlee's just in the Zubac. He's just going to be in the Zubac role.
Exactly.
Like, what else?
You're not getting no scoring from that shit from him.
It's just plug and play.
Absolutely. I don't know who's the other ball handler. You got Russ. Oh, forget you
Bones
got
plays from
you got
time
Bones
to time.
And you got Terrence Mann.
Yeah,
so I don't know what the hell
up.
the Clippers. That was just a fun play. It's not too much to take away from a game that ends in 176 to 175.
Other than that, they could have won.
Like, there's not a lot to take away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Kawhi been hooping a little bit lately.
Oh, Kawhi was definitely hooping. I would tell you that.
That's what got me intrigued in the game. Is I went and saw he had like 32 on 12 of 16 when I put the game on. I'm like, I'm tuning in.
Kawhi has always been irritatingly efficient.
Yes.
Like, it's just going to happen. He's that robotic form.
Yes.
Like,
he's
going to find his spots.
Yes.
Got to get middle props. That midi.
He gets lost in the shuffle about a lot of stuff with top players because, for one, we really haven't seen him for a year and a half, really. And then 2, he just never play. He never once, like, it's not the same. I don't understand what Kawhi is really on about.
I don't understand why Paul George is on a minutes restriction too.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. Like, I don't get it why he's doing
Everybody should be playing right now. There's no reason. Dame came out to rest, Jeremy Grant. We talked about that. Like, everybody should be playing. There's no minute restrictions, especially after the All-Star break.
In the month of February, Kawhi's putting up 27 on 50 from the field, 53 from 3, 90 from the line.
It just keeps
and last month
90?
he put up 27 on 50, 54, 45, 90. So When he's playing, he's on
he's
that.
hooping,
But 20 games in January and February.
This is the thing about the Clippers. Every year, how long have we been hearing this? Every year since Lob City, we've been hearing the Clippers can make it to the finals. The Clippers can make it to the finals. They got this piece. They gonna make it to the finals. Every year we hear that shit. We hear people again talking about the Clippers again. Mm-hmm. Bro, at this point, I'm not worried about the Clippers. I don't even think people in the league in the West is really worried about them. Like,
it's not dialogue that I'm sick of because it's interesting stuff basketball wise, but like the load management stuff, that stuff is just, if you're getting injuries, it's one thing, but if
it's for real, it's for real.
Way too much.
If you're taking the day off to take the day off, like people,
and there's no transparency.
No, none, because it just, I don't even think no one gets hurt. It just be like, oh, we're not going to play. But then they don't want to do back-to-back. But then that league take away so many back-to-backs for this reason. So I don't understand. I really don't get it. And it's not like this is a true halfway mark of the season. You got 23, probably 21, 20 games left in the season. Then you got the playoffs. So it's like, are they like really just content being in the fourth seed? I believe they're in. They probably are content with that. Who knows?
It's going to get nasty down the stretch.
It's definitely getting nasty.
They might be doing that Spurs approach, you know?
Yeah.
Just ride it for a little bit, come in healthy.
I remember when the shit first started happening with that load management, it was a Thursday night game. It was the Spurs versus the Heat. Pop didn't start nobody. Nobody played. Like, that shit was wild.
Generational courtside interviews.
That shit was wild. No one ever saw that shit. No one played. And I don't remember I don't know if Spo sat Bron or anybody. I can't remember that shit. But I remember like hours and hours before the game, Pop said Duncan not playing, Manu not playing, Parker not playing. There was somebody else. And I think Kawhi wasn't playing. Like, it was nuts.
No.
Like,
I think really they were coming off a back-to-back. So Pop might have been making a little statement at the time.
That's what else was going on? Okay.
I think so.
I can't remember.
He would do some shit like that.
Pop would do some shit like that.
TNT game. Like,
be petty as possible.
Super petty. All right. Y'all got any more thoughts about this game? It was just, it's not too much you can say. It's like it's a nuts double overtime game, a high score.
Yeah.
The second highest score combined in league history. So it's
I just looked up Kawhi's game log. It looks like it's still just back-to-backs right now, but at least over the last, 23 games, he's missed 4 of them. So it's getting better. At least it's trending the right direction.
Yeah. Okay.
But still, at least
good for him.
It's still going to be huge to fit guys into that team. Like, they got a lot to figure out.
They got a lot of shit to figure out. And you don't have time to be missing games right now. I understand for real injuries, but right now you don't have time for that shit. But I don't got too much more about that. But I'm gonna skip right to Boston versus Philly. No, let's talk about Philly versus Memphis. Let's talk about that. I keep forgetting about that game because Boston was part of 2 really good. Not Boston. Philly was part of 2 good games this weekend. But Philly versus Memphis. If y'all ain't see it, Memphis was beating the shit out of these boys. Like, I thought they were really going to run Philly out the gym. And honestly, I'm shocked about a Doc Rivers team. They're doing this, coming back on teams like this. Like, you don't never really see that. Like, especially with like Embiid and Hart. You just never know what you're going to get in the regular season game.
They play slow pace too.
They do. And
I mean, think about who they got. You got Harden, Mr.
Who's going to slow it down?
And then you got Embiid. He needs to post you up.
They got a methodical ass offense.
They do. They try to make believers of me this year, but they came back on Memphis. It was hype. Memphis playing Triple J.
It was a 17-point game at one point.
Yeah, they getting blocked. They running.
That block Triple J had was crazy.
That was amazing ass block. They got all this shit going on. They hype. They busting their ass. And next thing you know, in that second half, Philly came out and they blitzed their ass. And it was just a battle on from there. And
Ja was just HB dive every play. And
every play.
They were swallowing.
I don't know what that's
deflections.
That is what I'm saying about Memphis when it comes to the playoffs.
Their half-court offense is suspect.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
They're too young. They don't have the experience. We've been
shot 1 of 15 from 3 in the second half.
Yeah.
Outside of Bain, they got Kennard, but Kennard, that's not really going. That doesn't scare me for like a knockdown shooter all the time.
No shade on any Duke players, okay?
Look, you know I like my Dukies. You know
he
I
was
like my
nasty
Dukies.
at Duke. He was nasty at Duke.
But Kennard don't scare me. Kennard don't scare me whatsoever.
Dylan Brooks has been shooting tour dates this year. He's been nasty.
Dylan Brooks is so worried about being
always
Bill
like
Laimbeer or Charles Oakley to the point where, like, Dylan Brooks can play D, but now he's trying to play like D. That nasty type Bill Laimbeer or Charles Oakley where he's not playing D no more. It's getting in his head. So it's
the
like
antics are wild.
His antics are so wild.
And he's just not that guy. He's just not that guy.
It takes away from his game now. So it's like, I really don't trust. I feel like Memphis is going to get knocked out in the second round.
Josh shot 3 of 13 in the second half on 2-pointers. So that tells you how that went too. You saw that down.
What I take away from this game is that Philly might be looking different. They might really can deal with Boston and Milwaukee, but we still seen the playoffs when it comes to dock teams. Memphis showed me like they're gonna win games, but it's gonna be times where they are cocky or they fizzle out because they have no 3-point shooting. Just like with the Bulls, if you don't have no 3-point shooting, it's hard to keep leads in the NBA. Because if they're shooting their way back into the game, you're trading 3s and 2s. You're gonna lose this game eventually. Eventually, if you're not
Dylan Brooks
stopped,
was the X factor there. Dylan Brooks had 19 points in that first quarter. It was.
See what I'm saying?
That's what it was.
4
they
threes.
was busting their ass because Bane was hot in the first quarter. Like they was
19 points.
They was really busting their ass. So it was like, I don't know. That's my takeaway from this game is Memphis is doing what I'm not shocked that they came back. I'm more so shocked that it was Philly that came back and did it. That's what I'm more shocked about. I'm not shocked that they actually lost the game because Philly was at home. Embiid is a force.
Tobias Harris stepped up too.
He stepped up. I really like that.
Finally,
they need him.
Earned his paycheck.
They need him in the playoffs. They need
Jermaine.
They need J. Cole to do something. They really do. So it's like that really shocked me or surprised me that Philly had that in them to come back like that. And Embiid has to know how many teams actually has a player to deal with him all game. You can't count on Memphis because Steven Adams is going to get in foul trouble, period. Or Triple J, because Triple J problem, that's another thing. He fouls too much. He can't stay on the court for a whole series. So we're going to see.
Look at the Wolves series last year. He was falling like crazy.
Out. Yeah.
In and out. So
they need Steven Adams back ASAP, though.
Absolutely.
He does so much for them.
Oh, yeah, and you didn't realize he did. You didn't realize that shit.
Yeah.
None of his offensive rebounds are actually him grabbing it, too. He just smacks that shit out to the guards every time.
That's it. That's all he does. So they miss him. It don't sound like a bad – when you first hear about the injury, it's like, oh, it's Steven Adams. But he does a lot. The dirty shit
he
that you need.
He gets those
the
lanes.
dirty work.
Yep.
He's a good passer out of the high post.
He's a good passer. He changes angles on the pick and roll or a player's trying to get to the baseline. He'll cut that shit off. And
that was a great trade picking up him for Valanciunas.
Like, don't get me wrong, Memphis is not a bad team. I just don't think – I think this squad, kind of like the grit and grind team, is Western Conference Finals maybe. They're not going to – I don't think they're a finals – exactly. They're entertaining.
They're built really well for regular season, too.
Yep.
Like,
exactly.
They can swap. That's one thing I give them their credit on. Is like they have something similar to the Clippers situation where they are plugging their guys and playing them different. Everyone knows their role outside of like their big players.
Yep.
And they're still trying to develop some youth guys. Like Aldama's already looking like a decent role player.
He's solid. Stepped up this year.
He did not have a first round grade on him at all.
Not at all.
Nobody knew.
I definitely had to Google. I had to Google him.
Yeah.
Out of Loyola, Maryland.
Yeah, no one gonna know about that. Nobody.
They just do their dirty work behind them.
They do.
They're a solid team, but they still got the clear holes to figure out.
I don't want to go too deep with each team because we're gonna have that segment. But next game. Oh, first of all, y'all got any more thoughts about this game? Any takeaways about either team that we ain't mentioned?
We'll talk about Philly more later. I've enjoyed watching them the last couple of nights.
We'll get to Philly, yeah.
Okay. All right. The Boston-Philly game. We're back to Boston, I know, but what do y'all take away from that game? What y'all have for me?
It looked like playoff basketball.
It did look like, goddamn, do we need this as an Eastern Conference Finals? I'm gonna tell you what
I want the Bucks.
Like I said,
there.
It was entertaining. You guys are talking Eastern Conference Finals. We'll get on Philly later, but it was a good game.
It would be fun, but I don't think it's
gonna
happen. Yeah. No, it was definitely.
I don't think so.
For me, it was good to see both teams fight. For again, 2 times in 1 week or 3 days, you saw Philly fight. So that's great takeaways I'm getting from these games over the weekend. Jason Tatum had a terrible game, but he was doing other stuff. Was manipulating. Well, you didn't see him do in the past. He was doing other things. What'd you say?
That boy Embiid was manipulating everyone.
Oh yeah,
everybody.
We're gonna talk about his.
Put one arm an inch forward on him. He was drawing a foul.
I don't know.
It's ridiculous. I don't know how he does that in the post. I don't know.
It worked.
No,
I don't
understand. I don't understand how you been doing it, but it was really entertaining playoff atmosphere. What I learned about Philly, like I said, they're a fighting ass team. They're
Al Horford was hooping too.
Yeah, he was too. Al Horford definitely was hooping.
Every time Al Horford has like an above average game.
Say it again.
Every time Al Horford has an above average game, like I'm shocked that he's still getting like that big.
And it raises Boston up so much more. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's just crazy. A smart pickup.
He'll go anywhere else and be buns, but if he playing Boston, dude is a damn a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Florida again.
Right, when he playing for Boston, it's tripped out. But that's my takeaway. Boston's going to be Boston. Boston's going to be a problem regardless. We'll talk about them later. I don't have really too many more takeaways from that game. For me, I feel like we all feel the same way about that. I don't know if you guys feel like that was the game of the weekend, or if you feel like this next game, Lakers versus Mavs, was the best game over the weekend. I don't know if that's how you guys feel.
I think the ending to the Sixers game was just
it was insane. It was insane the end of that game.
If that Embiid shot would have counted,
if Tatum has a Reggie Bullock ass arc on his 3-ball, that's overtime. It's crazy.
No. Back to that game real quick. What don't get talked about a lot was the pass. How the fuck he get that pass in there for him to get it, and then the way he just
that was a good play call.
That was a hell of a play call. That
Mazzulla called it up.
Shout out to him for making that play call. But Lakers Mavs, y'all got any? I feel like the takeaway for me for the Lakers Mavs is they fought to the point they got the game down to 14-15 before halftime, and that was huge because going into halftime down 27-30 points. I don't know if that team was going to be able to do that, but 14 is doable. You come out and have
they went on that.
Yeah, 7 or 10-0 run, you back in the game automatically. Yep. So,
like you said, they started chipping away into half. Like the biggest lead was middle of second quarter, and then it started leaning back. But it wasn't even like Mavericks going crazy like that. It was just the Lakers couldn't make anything.
They couldn't make a shot.
Shit. And like you said, so when Timmy Jr. making shit like that,
man,
it's gonna be a long
time for you. 5 feet behind the line.
Yes.
Like when it was nothing.
When he's making those,
he caught one in the corner and was falling over out of bounds into his teammates and was throwing it up.
Timmy has like 3 games like that a year, and usually 2 of them being in the playoffs. You were like, what the
rim
fuck?
stuffed on the dunk.
Yeah,
man,
so it's like
came back to earth on that one.
He did. He definitely came back to earth on that. But I feel like this Lakers squad, we know we'll talk about the news later, but we know what the trade like Rob Pelinka. He pretty much flipped a future first-round pick and Russ for Vando and Beasley and D'Lo. And one thing I took away from the Mavs-Lakers game is that in the past, especially this year, when Luka is driving, he will have a little-ass guard on him. Now you got Vanderbilt. You got Beasley. You got all the other guys that can rotate.
Vando's such a good Luka guarder.
Man, he was 1 through 5.
He had them boys everywhere. In hell on Sunday.
He's a perfect matchup for Luka.
Especially Luka. Luka is arguing with the refs all game. Luka don't know what
to body up Luka. That's the thing, is you got to body him up.
You got to.
You can still put a good defender on him, but
Vando was doing
he'll just post you up.
People are showing how big of a casual they are on the internet because they don't know about Vanderbilt.
Because he was one of the most sought after guys on the trade market this year.
Listen, he been hooping.
Heard a lot about him.
He got the limelight with the Lakers. He's been hooping. Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is a steal. My takeaway is this team will be scary with everybody healthy. This team would be scared. Nobody really wants to play this team. It sucks that they couldn't get this trade done earlier or even in the offseason or way before the trade deadline. They wouldn't have been in this. If they have this team going into the season or even the start of January, they will be a top 4 team easily.
They're rolling.
Now it's a lot to do. There's a lot going on. But what was y'all takeaways from either team for this? About the Mavs particularly. What did y'all take away about the Mavs from this game?
It just doesn't seem creative on offense.
No.
No.
Watching the Bulls, it's a lot of DeMar, a lot of Zach. It's looking the same down there right now.
It is, isn't it? It's looking the same damn
Once that game got tight, it was just, hey, you shoot, I shoot, you shoot, I shoot.
It's just a lack of creativity on O. I don't know why Josh Green didn't play more. They played Justin Holiday 28 minutes. Josh Green only played 15. I don't know. And
Josh Holiday wasn't playing games like that either.
No, he was a buyout guy, and they just threw him out there. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what. And then Jason Kidd had some cryptic ass.
I got it right
here.
Press
conference.
Yeah, I got it right here. I just pulled it up so I can read this. And he said, "I'm not the savior here. I'm not playing. I'm watching. Just like you guys. As a team, we've got to mature. We have to grow up if we want to win the championship." Now, is that to Luka, or is that to who's that for?
Who is that for? Already trying to say, "Hey, it's not just me.
It's
not just me." Man,
the team just doesn't fit what he wants to do.
No, man.
It seems.
No, it don't.
Because we saw the vision with that last year when they went on the run because they were doing what they wanted to do defensively.
Yep.
And that's kind of his MO. And I mean, I was already skeptical on him in Dallas anyways because the Bucks tenure was
the Bucks.
It was bad.
The Nets.
But I do think Jason Kidd is a good coach, but that shit was bad. But it's I feel like they need, for what he wants to do, they need someone not as ball dominant as Kyrie. And they need a better center who could possibly score. They need a Triple J type dude.
Well, anyone can use a Triple J, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Let's not use Triple J. That was a terrible one. That definitely was terrible.
They need someone that can protect the rim.
Yes, because Christian Wood is but he don't give a fuck about defense, and he shows that.
He's giving up all the buckets that he scores on the other end.
So the Mavs, they just keep showing what we thought the problem was going to be. They're going to be fun to watch. They're going to be fun to use in a video game. They're going to beat bad teams. They're probably not going to beat teams. They can fuck around and drop with this lineup. With Kyrie and Luka. They're both, you can tell they're trying to figure this shit out. And honestly, who's the leader? Y'all know I'm big on that who's the leader shit.
It's got to be Luka. It's got to be Luka. It's got to be Luka.
It should be Luka, but I don't think he is.
Nah.
Is Luka talking?
You got Kyrie, Kyrie wild ass.
And this is what we talked about, that Kyrie baggage. You got to deal with it. But that's Luka's team, whether Kyrie likes it or not.
The only player that can deal with this dude and have him control is LeBron. That's it.
So there's reasons why, Dwight Powell and Reggie Bullock probably getting minutes because they're probably being the veterans out there.
Yeah,
they got
the Mavs.
They need those pieces.
They're gonna be fun, but it's gonna be ways to slow them down because they're not trying to figure it. They might figure it out, but they're not gonna win a championship, and it's a huge gamble because we'll talk about them later. But if Kyrie don't stay, You give up a
he could
fucking
fuck around and retire. He could fuck around and retire for all we know.
Yeah.
He could leave.
He
He could leave in 5 games for all we know.
He might.
Yeah, so you don't never know.
Any
He
day.
can get into it with Luka. He can get into it with Jason
J.
Kidd.
Kidd.
So
Yep.
who knows?
You gotta
So,
be 10 toes down.
yeah, like it was a fun fucking game. We know LeBron with the ankle and we'll talk about it. It's just depressing at this point, but I liked a lot what I saw from the Lakers. The Lakers they got rotation. You got Reeves. Austin Reeves ain't scared of nobody. He hoops.
He's
Man,
such a solid
he
role
goes
player.
out there, just plays his game. No matter who's on the court, I love it. Just came out of nowhere.
Absolutely. Imagine if they would have kept Caruso and then ended up making this trade and got Vanderbilt.
That's a strong defensive
Letting
team.
go of Caruso was the stupidest shit.
Yeah, I don't know what they were on. I don't know what
They only did
mad,
that to
though.
bring in Russ.
I'm
I
not
believe.
mad either, but after they won the championship, it's like the Lakers just started making bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. Like I didn't understand what the fuck they was on. They started.
I just can't believe Vando ended up going that low. I mean, come playoff time, it might get tricky with him and AD, just matchup wise. Like last year in the playoffs, Vando was tricky in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean, it's gonna be very
five.
matchup. Yeah, it's gonna be very matchup dependent, regardless with teams in the playoffs. Like, I think we'll still get a good playoffs, but like, you're really gonna have to see these teams iron out their lineups and see which things are working out.
Yeah, these next few weeks are going to be interesting.
Fun lineup will be like D'Lo, Beasley. Then you have Vanderbilt playing the 3, Bron at the 4, then AD at the center. I know AD don't like the center, but ain't no fucking centers. You ain't, especially in the West. In the West, ain't no besides Joker and Triple J. Who you going against?
You're not like guarding.
It's not that serious.
You could just be a roamer. Like put him on a shooter and let him roam.
Exactly. That's you. Pretty much. You have, if you do that lineup I just said, you got AD who can spread the 4, who can shoot the 3. We know D'Lo can, and we know Beasley can. So it's like
Beasley gets him up, man.
And he gonna get him up. So
he unloads the clip, regardless.
He was He was 0 for 6 to start that game.
He was 2 for 11 this game.
Shooters gonna shoot. He ain't scared. But my takeaway with the Lakers is that healthy, they're gonna be a problem. Dallas, like we thought, they're gonna be fun. You guys feel the same way about them?
Yeah, man. Lakers on paper, on a healthy, they're a nice little team. Like you said, got to iron out these rotations. Same with the Mavs. They got Tim. Morris was a nice little grab too in that trade.
Oh yeah.
Kleber's gonna come back, so I still like them. Like you said, they're gonna be fun.
I forget about him. You're right about. I forget about him. He's gonna help a lot, but I see them being a second round exit unless some stupid shit like last year happened. They make it to the Western Conference Finals and get ran through by somebody, but
that's really how it looks.
Yeah, absolutely. Now on to, I guess the West favorite for a lot of people still, the Clippers and the Nuggets game. Did either one of y'all see that game last night?
Nah, no.
Bad from watching us lose.
Yeah, that was a great game between the Warriors and. It was a fun game.
They're playing CTE ball in the fourth quarter, both teams. Nobody wanted to win. Nobody wanted to win.
They did. You stupid as hell for CTE.
Yeah, for real.
Ball.
It was some nasty hoops.
I can't believe you just said that shit. Oh,
it was nasty hoops.
But the Clippers deal, Russ had some bonehead decisions, even though he didn't play in the fourth and the overtime. Joker is Joker. Like
Joker's
the man
Joker
had a 42, 18, and 13. Was it something like that?
40, 17, and 10.
Yeah.
Normal night for Joker. So it's
I love when he turns it on scoring wise.
Yeah.
He'll have those games where he just sits back and will take his open shots if he needs to. But when he turns it on scoring, it's
a 16-point triple-double.
He's unstoppable, man. Like Joker's next step is that he can't get swept no more in the playoffs, or he has to make it to the Western Conference Finals again. If he doesn't make it to the finals this season, I'm not gonna hold too much against him if he don't make it, because we don't know
what
the
team success. Western Conference Finals, like a strong Western Conference Finals series, I think would be still solid for them.
Because we have
and
so
if you
many
look at the past
marks.
few years,
So
the past few years, like every time something's come up, like, Murray was hurt, Porter was out, like, I want to see him with a healthy team go deep in the playoffs. Let's see how it goes.
Facing the Warriors, who's just a terrible matchup for him.
Yeah, terrible matchup.
Just not, let's see what we can do.
Warriors in the playoffs is a terrible matchup for anyone.
For anybody. And then when did they make it to the Western Conference Finals? 2020 in the bubble against the Lakers. So it's the Lakers. So it wasn't too much he was going to do. But now people are going to be calling for his head if he win 3 straight MVPs.
And they weren't supposed to be there that year.
No, they weren't that year.
That's because Dr. Rivers.
Oh, yeah. They choked. They choked big time.
The 3-1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they did choke the 3-1. No one wanted to be there. But it wasn't too much to take away from this game. Same old.
I saw one interesting clip, though, of
go ahead.
I think it was Jamal Murray hit a transition 3 because Marcus Morris had no idea who to guard after a made basket or something like that. He was standing in the middle, spinning around, looking around, and he just pulled up, hit the 3.
No, I did not see that shit. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Y'all got any thoughts about any other games this weekend?
Dame.
Oh shit! We could just segue right into that.
Dame.
71.
41
like I know
41 and a half.
I did turn that game on last night.
I will say people were definitely, saying it was Houston. First of all, speaking of Houston, so many teams have dropped big numbers. So many players have dropped big numbers.
I know you saw that tweet.
Yo, that's insane. But 71, 2 players in one season dropping 71 points, and they won. I don't give a damn who was against. That's still 71.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The Donovan Mitchell 71 is fraudulent, okay?
2-minute report
came out against the Bulls. He crossed the free throw lines, sent it into overtime, okay? It's just the facts. That's just the facts.
He got his replay review hat on.
I got you. I give you that. But 71, goddamn it, is still 71.
71. Go ahead.
Hey, give me the Bulls over the Rockets.
Yeah. But Dame, bruh, I don't even know what to say anymore about Dame. Does Dame not get talked about as much because he's in the same era as Curry? Is it because, first of all, can we just stop talking about
the accolade shit? Is so annoying with Dame.
No, I ain't going to talk about that. But I'm going to talk about that. But can we just stop talking about when is Dame going to leave? Dame asked for a trade last summer. They re-upped him, and he shut the fuck up.
And he's done.
I can't.
He's not leaving
Portland. Have a nice, happy life, my man.
Portland.
Did you see?
He is making generational money for his family, generational wealth.
Provide, brother.
His family is good. They're in a nice area in Portland or outside of Portland. The city, the state love him. Matter of fact, the Northwest love him because they don't have a basketball team nowhere else in the Northwest. He's living good. He gonna stick with this. I didn't go with this super team, or I didn't leave type of shit, or force my way.
And the league wants people complain about players not staying all the time. And then when a guy stays, he gets all the noise.
Yes,
yeah,
it's a broken record now. But like, damn,
we shouldn't even talk about that.
Oh,
we shouldn't even talk about that. Was it this summer or last summer when he asked for the trade?
It was last summer.
It was last summer. Yeah. Ain't said shit else about it
because he got
nothing
the bread.
else, but. Are you impressed about it?
I saw one funny tweet, though.
Go ahead.
It was during the All-Star game. It's like Chris Haynes is reporting Damian Lillard is respecting the Portland Trailblazers and is committed to winning a championship there after like a 2-for-12 performance in the All-Star game.
Man, listen.
Because Chris Haynes puts those reports out all the damn time.
All the time. I don't understand how he be getting jobs.
The media asks him the same questions.
I don't like calling for people jobs, but the media aspect, we need to.
The media always asks him the same questions about it, and they get the same answer. Which is hilarious because he's probably just trolling them at this point.
Yeah. He's going to get the same response from me. I'm happy for you in Portland.
Mm-hmm. Yes, like I'm just, damn, you want to be there if you want to end up being, like, what year is this for him? 12? Like, as you look for that.
Let me go look.
Yeah, as you look for that, are you guys impressed with this 71-point game?
Yeah, you have to be impressed.
Because the way he just pull up, these aren't, you know how like back in the day somebody pull up that far, you could tell they struggling? He don't.
He's in year 11.
Year 11. Okay.
Year 11.
He don't struggle. He don't struggle. Is that form is
he shoots with the wrist.
I saw a shot chart. He was like 22 threes were attempted. He made 13 of them.
And listen, if you didn't watch the game, you understand he was being guarded.
Deep threes too.
Yeah, he was being guarded.
Pull up
he wasn't being guarded. He was being guarded. Like, so he's playing the rules and he just dominating them. So, so I probably already know what your answer is going to be, but which one is more impressive, Donovan or Dame?
Dame, easily.
Dame, yeah. It's definitely Dame.
I'm going with Dame. You know, Dame's shot selection, like you said, the shot chart was off the charts. Like, it's crazy what he just did. Donovan Mitchell got an extra 5 minutes that didn't count. So, like I said, just facts.
That is facts. So you can't argue that. Look at my man. Look at my man. Go like, listen, he got extra 5 minutes to get that 71.
Extra 5.
And honestly, listen, if people wasn't watching that game, especially if he wasn't living in Cleveland or Chicago at that point or watching it on the fucking league pass, the Bulls were winning the game in regulation with like 30 seconds left.
Why you think I know this still? I'm still
like
to this day
was watching that game like I cannot believe this shit is happening. When they went into overtime, I knew the Bulls were gonna lose that shit. I knew it because they was already gassed with that 30 seconds left.
Seen this story before.
Yeah.
Like it's I already know what's about to happen. So with Dame dropping to 71 and the way he can shoot, do we just automatically just say Steph is the best 3-point shooter of all time, and then we say Clay, and then we don't really mention Dame in this shit? Like, when you mention 3-point shooters, you say Curry, Clay, Reggie, Ray Allen. She motherfucker might say Dale Ellis before they say goddamn it Dame.
Okay, they better.
Or Kyle Korver. They'll say Kyle Korver before they say Dame. Then I won't go too far with Dale Ellis, but do we forget about Dame because he's in the same era as Curry? Hey, does he have how about this? Do we have a better form than Curry?
Both of them. So it's Steph got the push shot. You know,
I know
he's getting it up there, and like I said, Dame's shooting with his wrist. It's
super
both quick. They both got range. Like,
I don't even know where Dame.
The stop and pop like deceleration is just crazy by both
Dame
of them.
Dame can hoop like, and it's he on these
if your hand's not up,
teams.
you're not getting a hand up.
Yeah, he on these terrible ass teams, and I don't know like where I don't even know where Dame is on the all time 3-point list. I don't know where he is. I don't know.
I was doing some research on just Dame in general on his shooting. Like, because he was still his lowest season when it was his rookie year. Where he put up 6 a game. So he's been putting up 6+ since last 4 years. He's been putting up 10+ a game.
What's his 30? What's his yearly percentage?
He's 37% for his career on 8 attempts.
Yeah, he's up there, bro. Like Dame,
and when you factor in those players too, like they're putting up tough shots. You're a number one option.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was being guarded, even though Houston was awful. He was being guarded in that game.
They were sending doubles at him.
He was getting guarded, but it was just what do you have? 41, 42 at halftime.
Yeah, 41 at half. It was Dame time.
It was. Do you think
he's 9th all time?
Yeah, I was about to say, I knew he was top 10.
Okay.
9th all time. Very like it's still kind of crazy to wrap your head around that.
That's nuts.
Or no, I'm tripping. He's 6th.
Oh shit, he's 6th. Who's in front of him? Of course, Curry, Ray Allen, Reggie
Kyle
Miller.
Korver, Reggie Miller, James Harden, Ray Allen.
James Harden is 3rd.
Don't forget.
Is he a 3-point shooter?
In one era,
it's crazy because
that Houston era, that boy was. Like you
the
said,
volume, it seems like he doesn't shoot many anymore, but that's just because we're so used to that volume in Houston where he put up 13 and when he scored 36 a game that one year, 13 threes a game. I mean, he's still putting up 7 threes a game this year.
The only number that matters right there is 27 with Houston.
The list is going to be insane because the way the game is going. Because isn't Bron in the top 10 of threes?
Yeah, that's what I misread. Bron is 9th.
Bron's 9th, so it's like.
And then Vince and Jason Terry are in between Dame and Bron.
And they'll get knocked out.
Like that list is going to
get knocked out pretty quick.
Yeah, that list is going to be crazy.
Clay still got some time left in him. He's 11th.
5 years, that list is going to be insane. So
10 years, yeah. Tatum, Trae Young will be up there.
Everybody shoot. Like, that's all people do.
I think Tatum already has 1,000.
Jesus
I want to
Christ.
say
you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It's like, there you go.
He has 1,016 already.
See? So it's going to be nuts.
He already has more than Danny Ainge.
And I think I don't have a problem with people, 2 players scoring 71 in a season. I don't really mind all this shit. It just happens. Just evolution with the game. You're going to have to like change rules probably as the game grows. People get super talented. And at some point, nothing you can do. People just be talented as fuck. But
it's just how the game is.
Yeah. Do y'all think somebody's ever going to break 100?
You know what? I heard that this morning when I was watching SportsCenter. And I got to thinking, it might happen. The way the
in
game
our
is
lifetime,
now,
that's a lot.
It might happen.
Bro,
it might happen.
71. If you think, look at it like this. I know we can easily say this shit, but Dame had 41 at half. I don't know what he missed. I don't know what he missed in the first half.
Quiet third quarter.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if he would have just had 10 more points, he had 51 at halftime.
Let me go pull this up.
Like,
he played 19 minutes in the first half. So he was on the bench for 4 minutes still.
See?
5 minutes.
See? You're going to have some hella endurance. You had to be super in the zone.
The thing about Donovan's is he had 25 free throw attempts where Dame
he
for
stayed
the entire
line
game.
that game.
Hold up. What did Dame have?
Dame had 14.
25 free throws.
Attempted. 20 were made. Dame was 14 of 14. So that's 6 extra points.
That's 6
but
points.
he left 5 more on the table. So.
And some people, they say Kobe is the real record, the 81. Because people ain't seen that shit. All we see is a picture. Like Zoe said last week.
We just had to have a snowstorm. To have a snowstorm on that night.
We got all this footage of everything and there's everything. But we don't have nothing.
We got someone doing tally marks on a piece of paper to see how many points he scores.
Come on, bro.
It's somewhere out there.
This is
I saw the Wilt clips. And I seen what he was doing against who he's playing. I can buy that he could put up that many, but
he could.
Instances are still wild.
Bro, this shit is insane, bro. I don't understand how there's nothing of that. Like, that make no sense. But yeah, so that was fun. It was so much happening. It was like this game was going on. Oh, Dame has got 41 at halftime. I was like, what the fuck?
4 straight nights since All-Star break.
God damn, it was just a nutty-ass weekend of basketball going back.
But
the association.
It was nice, especially after those days where there was nothing to watch. I needed some excitement, so I'll take all.
Oh yeah.
I noticed my whole night's entertainment is just watching hoops.
Oh yeah, but now it's the home stretch. You think it's about to be March.
From now till June.
April is right around the corner for real when it comes to playoff basketball. This shit about to end. College basketball is about
tournaments
to end.
Coming.
Yeah, all this shit is going on. Like, it's a lot. So,
every night there'll be something to watch.
I'm excited. It's excited. And if you have a girl, tell her this is your job. This is your job. You got to watch this shit. Hey, baby, this is my job now. I got to watch these games. This is got to tell her. Just let her know. Don't be mean. Don't be mean about it, but let her know, though. Don't be mean about it.
Don't be bartering agreement. All good.
Absolutely. So anything else y'all got about the 71-point game before we move on to these teams?
I just don't want people downplaying it. That's where I'm at. Like, it's still mad impressive.
Yeah, I'm not going to downplay
13-3. Nobody talks about the fact he made 13 threes.
Exactly. You would have thought that man would have had like 23s or some shit. No.
They went and blood tested this man. Record?
Oh, he did. I think 12.
Clay is 14, isn't he?
14.
Well, they did blood test Dame. Before we forgot about that. They did blood test.
He came into the press conference with the Band-Aid on.
Like, come on, man. Why y'all blessed? Come on, man. Y'all ain't insane for that. That's ridiculous. But
he's averaging 32 this season, and I want to say in February, like 36 a game. Why are we blood testing him?
One thing before we move on about Dame is I don't want Dame to be out here like really super duper a shell of himself looking for a ring.
On some want him Gary Payton on the Lakers shit.
Yeah, like I want him, if he changed teams, he still has a chance. He's still like a 1, 2, maybe 3 option on the team, and he wins. Just if you don't win, you just don't win. You're just going.
There's not going to be bad blood too, unless he really fucks it up.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing: the way his contract is set up, how many more years out are we even like talking about this?
And he does get hurt. That's the thing about it. He does get hurt too. I know everybody can't, not get hurt, but he does get hurt quite often.
He had a really solid history until these last 2 years, though.
Of injuries? True. Was it? Oh yeah, he did. It was recent.
He was always about that.
I misspoke.
It was just 29. I mean, we played 29 last year, and I think it was towards the beginning of the year too. So we felt like he was out for forever. Those early season injuries were tough.
Yeah, those were definitely tough because you were ready to watch them and they never play until months later. All right, yeah. So I think we all agree on that one and have our viewpoints on this. Now to these teams, I've purposely didn't ask certain questions about teams. I wanted to see what y'all was going to say on here, but we're going to start. Y'all want to start the West or the East? Where y'all want to start?
Let's start in the West.
You want to start? We'll go with Jonah. He said the West first.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're going to start the West. So I'm going to start with you, Zoe. I know I said we're going to say the top 3. We're going to say the top 6 teams.
Top 6.
We're not going to worry about the play-in teams because that shit can fluctuate. But who are your top 6 teams, regardless if they're in the play-in situation right now? Who are your top 6 teams right now in the West?
My top 6.
Your top 6.
Just on paper, still no KD, but you got to go Suns
up top.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You got to go Suns up top.
They're probably top 6 even without them, probably.
Yeah. Next, I'm going to go with the Nuggets.
Okay.
Put that respect on them.
Okay.
Finally, I'm caving to the Jokic, the game. Like, I
feel that shit.
I'm coming around.
It's the Nuggets. It's like, the Nuggets? Good?
Right. Like
Melo didn't even make it to the finals. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I get what you're going with that shit.
Yeah. Next, I'm going to go with the Kings because they're just fun to watch. I just want to see where this goes. We talked about it earlier. That 3 slot seems like where they're going to end up anyways. I'm going to just put them there. And then these next 3, I'm going to just go with some fun. Like, I want to put the Grizzlies there. We talked about them. They're going to be something to watch.
Okay.
I'm going to put Dallas there, number 5.
Okay.
I still think Luka, Kyrie, and like those little pieces. Like you said, they'll be fun. They can make a little noise. That second round still right there. And who knows what can happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then that 6th spot, I was really I wanted to put a certain team here.
I know you do.
It's so tough. You know what? Fuck it. I'm still going to go with the Lakers.
Oh,
just in case something happens.
I knew that you was going to do
good.
That. I knew it. I knew it.
The way that they look.
was going to do that.
They got some shooting, some playmaking, some defense. The energy is there. Like, I thought they could make it. So, I'm going to still put them there. Let's see what happens.
Even with the LeBron injury that came out before.
Okay, so we're going to talk about it. Yeah.
Before, even with that, you're going to still put them there.
With that.
Because we know KD's coming back this week. We don't know. Yeah. You still put him there?
No, out indefinitely, that's scary. It's not like a week or 2.
Yeah, that's scary as fuck. Like, I'm not going to act like...
Yeah.
I mean, it's not too crazy because the Jazz and Jazz, Wolves, Pelicans, Blazers,
and Warriors.
Suspect as hell right now.
I want to go Pelicans because I'm still throwing shade on the Clippers. And once, B.I. is healthy, Zion come back, CJ, they were hooping. They could play together. They were at the top for a minute. I'll put them at 6.
Okay. All right, Jonah, what you got for us?
We'll throw the Nuggets first.
Okay.
I just think they kind of all know their roles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still scares me playing so much through Jokic. Jamal's definitely gonna have to step up here and there, but I mean, when you look at the state of the West, you got to put him on there.
Yeah.
Grizzlies.
Already?
That's tough.
You putting the Grizzlies at 3,
Already?
my boy. I feel you. Okay. That's scary as hell for me, but you already know how I feel about Memphis. I'll let you go.
Damn.
I ain't gonna sway you. Cause this
I
this
don't
how
even
you
know
feel.
if I got an order here or anything.
This your list. This your list. This how you feel.
Are we doing full order?
The 6. So we're not even gonna say how we're not. This is not us feeling like where they gonna finish. This is how you feel. This is the best team in the West. That's what Zoe did. Like these are the best teams in the West. We're not even gonna worry about them playing because we don't
you
know
gotta
who the
put
fuck
the
gonna be.
Suns. You gotta put the Suns. I'll probably. It's so tough with the Suns. I still got to see them play. Like
yeah.
Still like Nuggets Suns definitely in that upper echelon.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets tricky.
It does. Yeah, hold up. Time out. Since we got that clarified, I'm going to take the Kings out, and I'm going to throw the Warriors in, just off of respect.
Ooh, and number 3?
You never know. Because you never know. Just in my 6. Because you never know.
Healthy.
Okay. I'm with you on that. Oh, you didn't even put the Clippers. Oh, I just realized that.
Yeah, I know I didn't. I know.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right, go ahead.
So yeah, I'll probably put. I mean, in theory, Suns probably number 1. Then we got that 3 spot. I want to rock with the Clippers. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, go ahead. You know you want to.
Because in theory, it's the tough thing. I've seen more lately that makes it seem better. Like Kawhi hooping.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that scares the hell out of me is who's playing playoff rotation.
Yep.
You don't want to play your full 5 guys off the bench come playoff time.
They got to
minimize that down to 3 or 4 off the bench.
And Eric Gordon's losing some minutes. Like it's gonna happen.
But I think they can match up well against a lot of teams. It's just kind of like I don't think they have crazy advantages against teams. But I don't think they have like nobody's guarding Jokic. That's just kind of known.
No,
that's their weakness.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. That's not gonna work.
I think they're kind of neutral regarding matchups, which feels great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll throw them in the 3 spot. Then it gets tricky. I want to put Warriors up there next just because they get healthy.
You never know.
They face Grizzlies in the first round. They can easily beat them. Clay's been looking solid lately. After all the slander earlier in the year, which I love to see. I'm still not like a big Clay guy.
He definitely was getting a lot of slander.
He's been talking crazy lately, but I understand. Beefing with Ryan 2K.
He's a champ.
Beefing with Ryan 2K.
Yeah,
he does. Hey, Clay do
you miss all the bullshit on Twitter. You missed all those stupid shit.
Clay do be talking this shit. Like my thing, I get to Clay, but I'll let you finish your list.
He had his 2 big injuries, so he can cook. So that's 4. I think we just go Grizzlies, Mavs.
Okay.
And leave the Kings out. So it's pretty much top 7 seeds minus the Kings for me.
Okay. All right.
I think the Kings are great offensively, but like defense is going to get tough. I think it's just going to be a good building block year for them.
Exactly. They'll put it together.
I think they can easily win their first series for sure, but I don't think they're getting past a second at all.
No.
Where I could see all of those other teams getting past a second.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're not built for that deep run just yet.
No, I don't think so either. I think they get to the second round, they'll lose. It depends on their matchup as well, but
unless De'Aaron pull out some crazy shit every game,
right? Swiper,
which who knows? It could easily happen.
For me, I think the top 2 is the same as y'all. Denver, Phoenix. Phoenix. Still gotta watch and see. I did see some stuff over the weekend. That could be, you could see where their challenges are as a team. Chris Paul does look older. You can deny him the ball. I saw that. You can deny him the ball. if the ball's in Devin Booker's hand. You don't want Devin Booker being a playmaker. You want him just to create.
Nah.
Once
I
Booker
mean, he did have 8 assists.
Secondary playmaking.
Yeah.
Primary.
Night, but
you don't
4 to 5 assists.
You don't want him doing all that. But Denver, Phoenix. I'm gonna go with the Kings, man. Like, that's the third best team to me right now. In the West. Then Clippers. If Curry's there, I think the Warriors is there. Then who I have? Denver, Phoenix, Denver, Phoenix, Sacramento, Clippers, Dallas, and the Warriors right now. I would have definitely snuck in the Lakers, but that LeBron injury.
That injury killed it.
That killed it.
The no timetable shit is scary.
No timetable. Right? The man stayed in the game. Probably adrenaline was pumping. They probably gave him something because he didn't even miss a minute on anything.
They gave him Mahomes.
Yeah, like whatever perks I was giving these dudes.
Put it in his water bottle.
God
threw it out
damn! Like, what the fuck was on the new tape y'all put on his ankle? But he was clearly limping. This wasn't acting. And today we saw it wasn't acting, so that's going to be a big blow for them. Who knows, even with these new additions, and if AD is healthy now and stays healthy, if they can compete.
D'Lo's still got the ankle injury.
D'Lo's got to come back.
So we don't know what's going on with there, but I feel like
that roster, even without Brown, they can make that play in.
Yeah, I think they can. That top 6 is going to be fucking hard now.
If you stay in that range and make the top 10, you have a chance.
They'd be good. Yep. They'll be fine. I think it's a good list. I don't think it's going to end that way. When the season's over with, I don't know if Phoenix is making it up to the second spot or some shit like that. We're
for sure. I feel like we're fluid on like the same teams. It's kind of
just
questionable with the Warriors. You got to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Absolutely.
And then Grizzlies, we saw some stuff last year, and they're tricky this year. I mean, they got their core in place, so it's not like now is the time, but I mean, you probably want to add some other pieces there now.
Need some shooting.
And I don't think there's no clear-cut favorite to come out the West. I feel. I don't really think it's like that. I don't think it's one of those years with the Warriors was there. I don't know what team dominated before the damn Warriors in the West. San Antonio. It's not one of these times like, oh, we know this team's going to get there. Who's going to knock them off anybody? But I think it's really wide open in the West. But now in the East, I think it's totally different. I think all three of us might agree that it's. I don't know how your order is, but I feel like it's Boston, Milwaukee, Philly. Don't know how you want to throw it in there. I feel like that's how we all feel. And I'm going to switch it up with the East. We're still going to do the top 6, but I'm going to ask you both a question. Can Philly fuck with Milwaukee and Boston?
I'm going to just have to say fuck with, like, it'll be a good game, a good series, but it's still Philly. It's still Doc. I don't trust him. And it's a 2-man race for me, personally.
Can they get past? Because if Boston keep rolling, they'll have a first seed. Mm-hmm. Milwaukee and Philly will meet in the second round. Can Philly beat them in the second round?
I think the lack of, like, over a 7-game series, Philly's offense up against the defense that the Bucks have in place and the Celtics.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good for them.
Now, how do you feel? What's the coach name? Mazzulla for Boston.
Mazzulla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How do you think he's going to be as a coach in the playoffs? Because coaching is different in a playoff than it is in a regular season. You think that's going to be a problem for Boston, or Boston's just going to keep rolling like business as usual? Because you're going to have to do some adjustments. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I brought up something on Twitter. Like, it's a good issue to have because you have so many good pieces, but you have to figure out who you want to close with each night and what your matchups are. Their guard rotation is obviously really easy to hash out. It's all very similar players, but you got to figure out who you want to roll with. And if you want to go with Horford out there as the 5, or if you want to have Time Lord out there, like they they got to figure their shit out when they're closing.
No,
and
absolutely.
We haven't seen Missoula coaching in the playoffs. So.
Yeah, exactly. He was
you know what?
He was behind the bench coach. We got a little
taste though. Yeah, we got a little taste though the other night. You know, that game winning play.
It was some. He had to do some adjusting, so that was fun. So are we?
He's showing promise.
Are we agreeing that it's Boston, Milwaukee, Philly?
Or do you think that's for me?
I think Milwaukee took that step over Philly in the last couple of weeks, though. I think the Jay Crowder pickup is really solid.
Super solid.
Their identity.
Yep, super solid. I'm with you.
Bobby Portis is looking really good offensively.
Yep.
He does his job. Brook Lopez still doing his thing. I love watching Drew when he has good offensive games.
Yes, because you know he's going to lock down. He's going to lock down regardless. Middleton is getting his groove back, so it's going to be – and Giannis is going to be Giannis. Regardless how you feel about him, yeah, he can't make free throws. He ain't no good jumper. He don't have a good jump shot, but guess what? This dude he'll still drop 50 on your ass.
He cannot shoot and still make it.
Miss 10 free throws. He'll fucking not make a 3 and still drop 50. Like, what the fuck?
Yep. He'll get 6 dunks. Right.
Yeah, like, right what the fuck is what's going on? So
his playmaking and passing has been such a good development for him because it's how do you shut him down in the playoffs? Like, he's still going to have an impact.
No, he definitely will.
He'll get offensive rebounds, then fucking dunk it on you if
absolutely
you can't score. Like,
so since we're going with Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, I'm going to start with you, Jonah. Who you have for 4, 5, and 6?
Cavs for sure are penciled in on that first tier outside.
Are the Cavs a contender?
I don't think so.
Could they be any one of those top 3 teams in a series?
It wouldn't surprise me because their guard play. But that three starter hole is dreadful.
Yes.
Like, it's been a revolving door all season. They tried it with Karis LeVert.
Yeah, it's not
they tried like Dean Wade is their best option.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's not good. It's not good.
And he was just a meme in 2K because his name was D Wade and it wasn't Dwayne.
Yeah.
Like, needs to take that
he's a good role player, but
no, so you going
and Okoro is been a little disappointing.
A little disappointed.
Dude, that third spot is see, Cleveland don't want it. Cleveland don't want to be in the same spot the Clippers back in the day and the Trailblazers were in. Remember, for years, all they needed was a 3, and they could never find a 3. Them 2 teams. So
it was like Rudy Fernandez.
Rudy Fernandez.
The Clippers were throwing out Paul Pierce and Matt Barnes.
Yeah, they was throwing there some. You know, I like Matt Barnes, but that wasn't the answer for your 3 at all. Period.
They don't have a ton of experience too.
No, they don't. No,
Donovan is the one with the most experience that the Cavs lost out in the play-in last year. So
who do you have for 5 and 6?
That's where it gets tricky.
Now, that shit is nasty over there in the East. Yo, that shit nasty.
Miami.
Look at that shit.
I want to say Miami and the Knicks.
Oh, he get Miami with the Kevin Love pickup. He said Miami.
I do not, and I don't feel confident about either of those teams. When you look at the teams under them, the Nets have been the Nets are a wild card. I like them on paper; they're fun, but like,
you're not feeling the Knicks.
No, you got them.
It's that RJ Barrett. If RJ Barrett gave them anything, they would.
And Randall, to me, is just his play style is so tricky. Brunson, super tricky. Though. Brunson's
going to be Brunson.
Open.
He's solid, yeah.
No, I like Brunson. So that 4-5, I mean, that 5-6 is going to be hard, but
like the Heat, like maybe the Raptors are a sneaky, but still, I don't feel confident on the Raptors at all this year.
No, absolutely not. I don't feel comfortable.
But Miami's offense is taking a dip.
No, yeah,
Bam's
they're
doing
not
his
the
thing,
same.
but
they're not. Miami. Last year was probably like their last chance with this group to make it to the final.
Yeah, Lowry is not Lowry anymore.
I forgot Lowry's on the damn team.
He's been injured like crazy. He hasn't even been just that great.
Miami is not.
You pay Duncan Robinson to sit on the bench.
For us, all of us picking this list, it's going to be nasty. Who you got, Zoe, for 4, 5, and 6?
At 4, I got the Cavs too. You know, they're right there. Couple years, I'll take that step, but like Jonah said, guard play solid,
super solid.
They're not going to beat them top 3 teams.
Mm-mm.
Next, I got the Knicks at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, Brunson. I like Randall. Always been a fan. His playmaking has been a surprise to me. I always thought of him just like I'm going to get you 15 points, 20 points, and 10 boards.
No, he definitely showed improvement. I'm just not a big fan of him, but he's definitely showed improvement.
Stepping out, hitting that 3, even though that poor performance in the 3-point contest, we're not going to get into that.
Oh, my God.
In the game, he can make them, so I'll take him there.
Yes.
And then at 6, even though I just trashed them being old, I like Miami. Just because they had that experience.
Yeah, and it's coach,
I don't like Toronto, just be a little biased,
Yeah.
Same with the Nets. They got a lot of pieces, but they're wild card. Simmons all the way out the lineup already. Like, there's a lot going on in those other teams. So,
no Hawks love.
I think Quinn Snyder could do a good job there.
I think he'd definitely be a good job there for sure.
But I
think he will be.
I'm gonna give him a full year. Figure out. What
is he going to start? Is he going to start coaching right away?
He is. I thought so. That's what I saw. Yeah.
God damn. Okay. For me, I'm gonna go with same with y'all. Cleveland. Who was those? The Knicks and Miami. It's nasty out there.
I do give the Knicks some props, though. They look solid tonight. I tuned into them against the Celtics, and
they definitely look solid.
Josh Hart's looking like a solid. They got really good role players.
They do.
Hey, Josh,
and you know, Josh Hart scored over 7 points. Win you a couple games in the series. Tia's gonna. Oh, you know what? Speaking of Miami, Joan, I got to know, what is your beef with Jimmy Butler?
Bruh.
I got to know this.
That's a complicated saga of my basketball love.
Yo ass be calling his ass a bozo on Twitter like crazy. Is it because he was on Minnesota and he was talking to your boy Cat Reckless?
That shit's complicated, bro.
That boy don't like him.
That shit's complicated.
4 or 5
Hey, that lay he had tonight was crazy, though.
No, it was, but my man's don't fuck with him at all. Jimmy Butler is like an acquiring taste type of dude.
Most definitely.
I'm talking with two Chicago fans, so I don't got any weight here.
No, I feel you on that. Like, Jimmy is definitely acquiring taste. Like,
it was the Tibbs connection and then the trades.
Yeah,
it's complicated.
No,
it's complicated.
I was getting into it with people here. Like, I think people in Chicago overvalued him. Like, I was real like, he's good, but he's not like,
he's not a one.
Do you think he played his best ball in Miami or Chicago?
That's tough. That's
tough.
Two different.
Or you could even make a Philly argument.
Philly,
he definitely was hooping in Philly. Philly should have kept him.
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 They stayed with J. Cole, right? That's what he kept over him.
Yeah,
I think it was.
I think they signed him.
Oh wait,
it might have been Simmons' extension time too, which makes sense at the time.
Yeah. Damn.
And I think there was Brett Brown. Him and Brett Brown hated each other. I'm pretty sure
they got into it. Yeah, I heard about.
And they got rid of Brett Brown.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? But I feel I know Jimmy is different acquiring taste. I definitely understand that shit for sure. But yeah, the East gonna be nasty, man. Like, I don't know. After that top 3, I feel like
if the
Boston
Cavs snuck up, I wouldn't be mad because I enjoy their players. But
yeah,
if the Cavs fuck around just beat Philly in the playoff series, I'll tell you right now, Doc Rivers is fired.
He better be.
He could lose if he has a bad conference championship. Do you think he could be fired?
I feel like this comes up every playoff.
It depends on who he loses
series for Doc. Every
and
year.
It could depend who's on the market too, because that's tough with when teams get like Quinn Snyder's not on the market anymore. That was one of the bigger guys, but
absolutely.
When does Udoka get a spot?
I feel like it's gonna. Hopefully, we get good games. I feel like they're all gonna be good games, but we're gonna know who's gonna win every series in the East. It seems like.
Yeah,
I feel like it's not gonna be any surprises until we get there.
As long as we get that,
we don't
two
know
of those top 3 teams.
Exactly.
We
know. But the West, I don't know. Like, I'm seeing people still saying Denver's gonna make the finals. We don't know.
They play well. They play well in the regular season. Let's say that.
Yes.
I think they need the good matchups for sure, but I wouldn't be like shocked.
They remind me of the Utah teams the last couple of years. Really fucking good in the regular season, and they get into a series against a team they cannot fuck with. And
I think it's the best supporting cast they've had. Like, the whole build, you can have your gripes about building around Jokic because I still think, I mean, obviously you want to compliment your best player, but it does get tricky where you're building too much to him and you don't have that firepower.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Jamal turn it on in the bubble, but KCP's doing his thing. Bruce Brown's a good pickup.
They are good pickups.
Solid role players.
MPJ is getting his bag, but he does his role. MPJ be shooting the lights out the ball.
Man.
I saw him hurt his ankle. Was it tonight?
Hurting himself tonight.
He must be straight.
Yeah, I think he hurt his ankle. He twisted, but he might have been fine. Was it tonight or last? I can't remember. All these games was blending with my ass together. But
must have been yesterday.
Since we're talking about players, and we talked about it, in our group chat about superstars. I see a lot of stupid ass shit. Being back on Twitter, I see why. Like Twitter, people in every sport too. Every sport, even you can do music. People don't know. I don't want to say people don't know what a superstar is because people have their own criteria. And from growing up, superstar,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, superstar has changed.
It's more it's more perspective in music.
Yeah,
it's the same kind of
like
polarization.
There's a few players. To me, I feel like every year is probably like between 4 and 6 superstars a year. But as the season go on, I feel like people be having like 10 and 15. And I'm
people just throw the word around like crazy.
Yeah,
they
like
do.
Crazy. I got a few people.
It's real lax on
that
superstars.
I see. Yeah, like I see on the. So before we get started, I feel like we should agree on our shoe-in. Is Curry a superstar?
Yes.
We got our Currys. We got our KDs. Joker. This Joker, superstar. Joker. LeBron. Giannis. That's 5.
Luka.
Giannis, LeBron. And Luka.
Yeah.
Luka, LeBron, Curry, KD, Giannis. We got them 6, right? I think everybody, those should be the 6 in the league for sure, superstar. And you might can add a couple, but we're gonna start. You already know. I'm gonna just start with Tatum. Get his ass out the way. Is Tatum a superstar for y'all now?
Yes. Yeah, you got to put him in there.
I know Jonah going to give me something.
I mean, it was tricky because I think this is the year that can like certify it across the board, even if you're tricky. But I know we're like some sticklers on this shit. But
yeah.
When you see a guy that's on the best team in the East, he's doing a little bit of everything. His defense has come a long way. He can play make, shot creation, efficient. Like he's a win. I feel like being a wing helps you out so much more. Overall build. But he's top 3 in most people's MVP rankings.
Yeah, he definitely
for the most part.
He definitely should be.
So I think you for sure got to throw him in there.
And then he also has on the Deuce factor. Like his son brings him a lot.
Brings
him a lot.
I like his son. A lot. That definitely that touches me big time. Every time I see that shit touches me every time. I'm not gonna lie. But I do. For me, he started getting in that conversation last year because I know, like 2 years ago, the year before they made it to the finals, people were saying he was a superstar. I was like, bro,
he dunked on Braun, and they're calling him.
Yeah, like he's not a superstar yet. Like he's just a star. Like he's getting there. It's levels to this shit. But his run last year in the playoffs, I'm like, okay, he got hurt in the finals, but then this first half or whatever you want to call it, he adds stuff to his game every year, and now. You seeing less? He still make bonehead ass decisions in them last minutes of games, but he's getting better. So I will say
the shot selection is a little tricky.
Yeah, it's a little tricky.
Shot selection.
He wasn't doing bad on Saturday, and then he had one attempt. It was like, why'd you shoot that? But then he made it for it.
I know it. The one that didn't even hit the rim.
Oh my god! And they challenged that shit.
It was awkward as hell too. He tried to step back, and he was on like one leg.
And they was just praising him on the TV for not doing bad shots, and he had that. But anyway, I feel like he's a superstar now. I feel like he's number 7. I think he's the 7th one. We probably can add some more. Oh, we didn't add this one person, Embiid. Is he a superstar?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, so we got 8.
You gotta add the international factor for some of these guys.
We added
too.
Tatum. We got it. I feel like Tatum's going to be the easiest one. Donovan Mitchell.
Nah. And that's not even
That's a no for me, dog.
Yeah,
it's a no for me.
I'd put this year's Dame above Donovan.
Yeah, Dame was the one I was waiting on. Yeah.
I wasn't even going to bring up Dame, but since we all feel this way about Donovan, it's a no, right, across the board.
No.
Is Dame a superstar? First of all, I don't even know what is y'all criteria for a superstar.
I either think like dynamic on both ends, or like just head and shoulders above them on anyone else on offense.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, you're definitely, outstanding on one side of the court, or you're, handling both sides, definitely.
Like, we know how Luka defense goes, but look at his impact on a team alone. I think the team impact, I hate bringing up the whole dialogue regarding the team and accolades and all that, but I think it really comes down to this, especially with team success. Obviously, some guys are going to be in better situations than others, but when you can, like, think of the Mavericks without Luka prior to the Kyrie trade, like,
that's a good comp.
That's a good one. No, I'm with you on that. Okay, so it might be a little more, a lot more superstars this year because people just really have evolved. It wasn't like that to me back then. But we agree on Spider Mitchell, that he's not a superstar yet. He's still a star. I see him in that. He's gonna go off. He's gonna win you some games, but I think he gets to be limited. I think you could take him out of a game. A superstar, you can't take them out of the game no matter what. No. Especially not for a series. You can't take him out for a series. So I feel like Spider Mitchell, you can. I feel like you can definitely game plan for him. How about Ja?
Infamously,
he's a traffic cone on defense.
Yeah, like he wants to be. You can see it. I feel like the league wants him to be a
superstar. He does.
But he's got some work to do.
He has all the attributes definitely be a superstar, but he's definitely not there for me yet. That's another player I saw on the internet. People were saying
the lazy comp is like the Russ situation, is where you just have so much athleticism and touch around the rim. System. I mean, you got the system where you got a screener for you to get you downhill. I mean, that team is set up really well around him. You got Bane spacing the floor.
Yeah.
Triple J can space the floor enough.
And then Adam's doing that dirty work.
He's still got to work on the 3-point ball a little more, but I mean, it's still enough to keep defenses honest.
He'll get
up still going to be going under his screens with how quick he is.
Yeah.
But
and so y'all know, this is not. We're just saying they're not bad players. They're not superstars. There's levels to this shit. And I'm just giving y'all people I saw over the internet in the last couple of weeks, me being back on Twitter, people were calling these people superstars. And that's how I'm getting this list. So we're there with Ja. We feel Jaylen Brown.
Nah.
He's a star.
He's a star.
Yeah, he's a star.
He's always going to be the Robin to Tatum.
Exactly.
Whether he wants to admit it or not.
That boy Pippen. He's definitely going to be that man's Pippen.
And that's
not a bad thing.
He's a good
It's not
Pippen.
a bad thing because Pippen can hoop. But Jaylen Brown can hoop.
I feel like he doesn't get enough attention on how good he's been this year.
Absolutely.
His offense is just taking a jump. A lot of people didn't expect him to score like this.
Man, he's
been straight linear with his offensive development. I think we were talking about in that group chat.
It's been so good to watch. It's been exciting to watch because he went from that. He's gonna lock you down. He's gonna slash. Yep, he's gonna dunk on your ass. He's gonna lock you down. But now he got a bag. He can dribble. He got moves. He got all that shit. Yep. He's not there yet for me as well. He's definitely a star.
He just gets that more consideration because of the two-way ability. I think it puts
you
definitely
when
a
you
little
got
bit
that
into
two-way,
that higher.
It's like shit. He might be a superstar, but who knows? He could turn to that.
He could plug it into a lot of teams.
He could end up being a superstar. You never know. But right now, he's not in my eyes. He's a star. He's very goddamn good. He's getting close, but he's not there. This could probably change depending on this run for me for this person. Devin Booker.
I knew this was going to be a tricky one when I was looking at players.
Devin Booker. I see it a lot. I think
he's definitely closer than you'd think. initially. I think his defense has come a long way.
Mm-hmm.
He's still not like going to lock you up, but he's a capable defender.
Mm-hmm. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. That's all we ask.
When you're scoring like that, you give a little bit of defense. That's great.
Yes, that's all we ask. When you're scoring like he scores, but I know
put your hands up, move your feet.
Yep, that's it. Fundamentals. That's
you're not getting these crazy matchups either.
No, exactly. It's not like that. So, but yeah, I feel like he's close. I feel like this run can show us a lot. Like you're gonna have Katie there. Yes, you have an older Chris Paul, but this should be a great run for Devin Booker. He could show us a lot in this run. In
a way, I think people are going to say he has less responsibilities, but I think it's still going to be a lot more than people think with how Chris Paul's been. Like, obviously he was the number one option prior. He's going to be like 1B now, but still, I think that weight of picking up, especially with how they stagger lineups this year, is going to be interesting to see how he cooks. I think he can easily fit next to KD. I don't.
Definitely.
That's definitely not a problem.
KD's not
his way.
KD's willing to give it up if somebody's going to get a bucket.
Yeah, KD gonna score 30.
He scored 8 points in the first half and scored 22 in the second.
Yeah. KD gonna score 30 points on 12 shots. So regardless,
Booker's efficiency in the mid range just always makes them seem a little bit more impressive in my eyes because. If you're shooting that kind of volume, I want you shooting well, and that's exactly what he does.
Well, I can't hate on Booker on that.
Contested shots.
I was never a huge Booker fan. I knew he had game. I was just never a fan of him. He's growing on me because he's showing me some stuff, but he still got some more to show.
Like that Bucks game, he was hitting some wild shots.
He was. He still got one to fly. He still got one of the flyest homes in the league. One that flies home. God damn.
Yeah, hey,
shit's insane.
How much of his superstardom is the Jenner effect, though? A lot of people know him because of who he dated.
Definitely got his word out there. Notoriety for sure.
Yeah, because what? They just started making the playoffs, 2 years ago?
Until that bubble, or right before
it's tricky because when the team started getting good, he started getting better. So it's kind of hard to gauge that level with him.
I know if some Suns fans listen to this shit, or see any clips, I might use it as a clip just because it's going to be a hot topic. They're not going to agree, but I don't think he's a superstar yet. There's nothing wrong being a star. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong being a star.
You got to jump to that. You got to do things to get to everybody.
I do think his ability to get put into many different situations is a good trait for any player. If you can play on the ball and off the ball, offensively,
just don't double team him at open gym.
Yep. I got
Jokey was talking his shit.
Who?
Don't double team me at open.
Oh yeah. That shit was wild. Like, bro, embrace that shit. You know what? That right there is what really turned me off a lot about Booker. I was like, damn, it was mad about a double team.
That's a funny video.
That was definitely funny. But yeah, I got 3 more guys. We're gonna make this quick. We got SGA. I've seen that shit a lot lately. SGA, is he a superstar?
When I brought up my point earlier of kind of Luka, the Mavericks without Luka, I thought very similar to SGA, considering he's shooting 50% from the field right now. So many shots inside the arc with minimal spacing.
Mm-hmm.
He's just refining his game there. I think he's really taken a massive leap this year regarding that.
His jump has been...
Go ahead, my fault. Go ahead, Joe.
His jump has been so surprising. Because you think about that OKC team, like it's just supposed to be rebuilding.
Yeah,
they might make the playoffs this year just off of how he's playing, how the team's
they got other plans. They got other plans, and we weren't part of that shit. So I definitely understand that. So
his clutch scoring is crazy too.
Very good, very crazy. Who's closer to being a superstar, Booker or SGA?
I say Booker.
I want to say SGA because he has more of a platform because there's not many players around him. But I mean, Booker's already been up there for longer than SGA has, so you got to give him a nod.
The next 2 should be fun, might be tricky. Trae Young.
I was thinking about this one too. I got the points per game leaders on here just so I make sure we didn't miss anyone.
Yeah.
And I thought directly back to the Knicks series. After that, he was I really had to think about him that offseason on where I gauged him as a player because he was so dynamic for that team.
Bro, that was must-see. That was a must-see series.
That was.
Oh, my God. He had
as much as I don't even
shambles.
as much as I don't like Trae Young, like that was a series you had to turn into.
And the Knicks hadn't been in the playoffs since Melo.
Yes.
It was COVID was still kind of in limbo, so people were going in wild and out.
Yes, that shit.
It was a time.
The videos after that shit, like Trae Young created a moment
on the street.
Yes.
Oh my God,
everybody. Yeah. I don't think he's a superstar. I think it's just a fun one. I don't think I've seen a lot this season, but I've seen the past, especially after that series. That season, people was calling him a superstar, but I think he's came back down a little bit. He's still gonna score 28 a game because that's just the league, and he can just shoot, and he can just finagle his way into the free throw line. But
it's the worst year to gauge him on this because
truly,
I don't think he's
the team has been a mess this year. His efficiency is down. I think I almost gave him more nods in past years because teams would send double teams at him like crazy, and he'd just throw a skip pass to the corner and find Herter wide open. Like, he just seemed more impressive with what he was doing.
Yeah,
he could cover up his defensive deficiencies a lot better. I think just the state of the Hawks makes it a little more difficult, but I'm looking forward to seeing what Snyder cooks up with. I think DeJounte and Trae can still work. Like,
I definitely do.
Guard pairing.
Yeah, that backcourt, it works out.
They got great pieces.
They did a lot of pieces they can work with. John Collins is a big question mark. You know what they want to do with him, but
I'm gonna throw the John Collins situation in there with Dame. Until this man is traded,
Miles Turner trade rumors were in there too until he got the extension.
I'm not talking about that shit no more. John Collins is not being talked about by me ever again until he's traded, if he ever gets traded. So I'm not.
DeAndre Hunter talks a little annoying too because of injuries and his ceiling.
Yeah. So
I still mess with a lot of the Hawks players.
Me too.
And I think when they do better, Trae will get a better public eye for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that might be it for me. Why I think he's not a superstar is that public eye. Just
and the coaching changes.
Yeah,
it's just a lot of.
He gonna start getting blamed for that shit if you don't watch out.
Yeah, all the negative press he got a little bit ago, like that wasn't a good look.
No, it wasn't a good look at all. No, it definitely wasn't.
Hawks are still sitting in the 8th seed though, so they have a
Hawks
good
gonna
push.
be in the playoffs. They're gonna be in the playoffs, so they're gonna be the Hawks. For me, I always watch because Murray is one of my favorite players in the league to watch, so I automatically just tune into them. And then, but the Hawks are just fun. Like you just watch them to be watching them because they're gonna score. They're going to score 130 and give up 135.
They always have some crazy ass games too. Crazy ass.
Yeah,
games.
they always gonna have some shit down to the wire. Always gonna have some stupid ass shit going on in that game. So if y'all don't watch the Hawks, watch them. They anytime they're on. But I got the last one. I haven't been saying this, but he's just a forgotten dude, Kawhi.
Oh, forgotten. Heavy on the forgotten.
Heavy.
I mean, when you don't play, you're gonna fall out of these conversations like it happens.
Yeah,
every
you can't.
time.
He
was the number one. He was pretty much by a lot of people said being the best player in the world after.
Bro, people will say that man was the best player in the league before LeBron and KD. After the Toronto run, they would say he was the best player in the league. And ever since they got to the Clippers, it's been
kind of what we were talking about earlier. He's coming like. Even just us talking on here, like we know the bullshit with the Clippers. Like it takes a while for us to actually trust the process with what Kawhi's doing. But I think just kind of the turn he's been taking is showing that there's still a really good player there. I mean, it's hard to tell if he's ever going to get back to his full form because he's still early 30s, I want to say.
Yeah, I think Kawhi like 31, 32.
If you can get 90% of what he was, that's terrific. So I think it's still going to take some time with him to get some shit going.
Okay. Yeah, I already knows how you feel. You just said it, so I don't have nobody else. Like I thought that was just interesting because I know a lot of basketball. A lot of basketball talk is definitely generational, depending on your age. And I feel like for me, and I've seen a lot of people say about me on the internet saying that I'm probably like one of the few people from my age bracket that I don't just jump on yes, I grew up on 90s basketball, but I know what it was. Like,
if you're over 30, you get called old head on the internet.
Yeah, like, you start getting that old head, especially me being, like, I'm 36 now, so it's like I get that old head shit, like, they automatically going to think I'm just going to agree with them about basketball now. And I know.
But you still watch, so.
I still watch, so the conversation can be different. And I see that superstar shit pisses me off so much when I see somebody, they call somebody, that is a privilege. And that's why Kawhi ass not in this shit no more. You can't
look.
be.
We didn't even bring up Anthony Davis because
I didn't
been a shell of him,
bro.
Because he was pretty much top 5 for a minute there.
You remember the conversations? Who remember the arguments? AD or Giannis? Giannis, they answered that shit. Giannis showed.
That was right before the chip, so that was like 2 years ago.
Yes, bro. Y'all remember that shit? So it's like
even the start of this year, we saw a lot of what AD could do, but just it's so tough with him because he was playing defensive player of the year level defense earlier in the year. And he had a crazy stretch where he put up like 30 plus, 35 plus for a couple of games in a row, and you still see that. But like,
when Brown was out,
he consistently
stepped up.
Yeah, when Brown was out, he was hooping. Really well. He definitely was. Yeah. He was.
I got a shout. What do you guys feel about where Zion sits in all of this?
You know, I was going to add up to this, but Zion is definitely not a superstar yet. But
for sure, but
I think
definitely.
He is.
You think he's a superstar?
I think he is.
Explain. The floor is yours.
Look, since he was a sophomore, maybe a junior, we've been talking about him. So you're talking that's only a few NBA players who we talked about at such a young age. All the YouTube clips, the Ball is Life videos, the dunk contest, the clips at Duke. His following, you just got to throw Zion in at this point, just because of social media, him getting his his clips out there, being viral.
On top of that I could say
these days.
How many times do you see people say? Obviously, he's had his injuries. That's going to be in the context a bit, but it's not like when he comes back, he looks like Kawhi came back, or like how when AD comes back. Like when he comes back, he's back to hooping.
Yeah,
right?
And how many times when he's playing
he do get on the court and be hooping like a mother.
When he's playing healthy basketball, how many people do you say he's a disappointment from the hype that he had coming into
he's not
the league?
Disappointment. He's not.
And look at the Pelicans right now without Zion.
Man. Yeah.
It's tough.
It's tough. I think he's a superstar at this point.
I respect your decision on that.
They were up in the top.
They was like the first
3 seeds, and they're in the 10 seed now.
And he was, and it's not like it's like a slow get back. When he gets on that court, he looks like the best player on the court. I will give you that. I'm gonna still say
having impact without shooting the ball is crazy.
It's not going
without shooting.
Yeah, that's like some Giannis shit. Honestly,
people want to value shooting, but it still gets overvalued in the scheme of
when you can do these other
needs it.
When you can do these other things. Okay, you don't have a jumper. It's all right. Go give me 8 boards. Go give me 20.
You still get fucking buckets. If you do all this shit, then shooting threes all the time, I'm good with you. Okay, I respect that. I didn't even think of it that way about Zion. But if Zion give me he only got to play 82 games next year. If Zion just be Zion,
play 82 games
for
like 70 games, 65,
70. Yeah,
I think he probably will be added to that list. I think he will be. I think he will. I don't know if I'm adding Dame. I don't know if I'm adding Dame to that list. I'm just really
look at the other ones.
Dame's been doing it for too long.
That superstar shit. But he could be.
I think he's right on the outside tier for like the big offensive players for sure, though.
Yeah, like he's in that.
He's above Donovan. He's above Ja.
Yeah.
And then
he's in that next tier.
You guys aren't thinking
that next tier with like Kyrie and shit.
Yeah, you guys aren't thinking off the court too. Like Dame raps. He's been in 2K, like doing his little stuff. He does. Like, damn, he's got his commercials. It's
and
off
Kyrie
the court
not
too.
Really loved right now. People love
He
Kyrie.
Is big fan.
But he's not like he's still loved, but not like it was. Kyrie was like loved.
It's funny as hell
everybody.
how just having some respect for Dame feels like you're in such a higher appreciation for him than like other people are, just because of the weird disrespect he gets.
Do you think? I don't know. I'll show y'all a tweet because he liked it. Shout out to Jamal Crawford. I had said that Jamal Crawford and AI might be the most popular, like loved hoopers by just the community in general. I'm gonna fuck around. They might be in that list now. People just love this dude. When do you hear hoopers say something bad about Dame?
When they just genuinely
like
like
their
a
peers
guy
and whatnot.
Yeah. No one ever says anything bad about Jamal Crawford or Allen Iverson, and I'm starting to see the same thing about Dame. No one says anything bad about him. So I'm starting to think he's in that realm. And he fuck around being that superstar for a lot of people.
I'm interested to see his dialogue post-career.
Yeah.
Let's say he stays with Portland the whole time just to make it easy. Like, it's going to be interesting to see how talk is around him.
Absolutely.
A lot of people going back on their word and whatnot.
Why do I feel a little disrespect, though, just talking about his post-career already? Because we talked earlier about how he's just going to be in Portland not winning. And now we're talking about his post-career.
His post-career, because we know his post-career could...
Things are weird in Portland. I'm very bleak on like what the fuck Portland's doing. That's just where I'm at.
It's up in the air.
Portland has had years where when they went to the Western Conference Finals against the Warriors, it was like, oh shit, they might.
They had Mo Harkless starting. Myers Leonard was putting up 30 for them in a playoff game.
Oh god, not him.
Like, it's just been weird regarding his supporting cast.
Yeah, it has been, but. Those are the only players I got. I don't really have too much for this week. We already at an hour and 45. I ain't gonna start jumping into no other shit. Hey, hold on, real quick.
Time out here.
Hey, hold on, real quick. Who is y'all favorite dressed NBA player? Who got the best fits to y'all?
D'Lo's in the upper echelon.
Ooh, D'Lo is a good one. D'Lo's a good one.
Vando is up there too.
Hey, he pushed the limit, but he can do that. Some guys can push the limit.
D'Lo said Vando stole all of his shit though, so
he did say that. He did say that. My favorite, I love it. There hasn't been one outfit I did not like. And if it was one I cannot remember, Chris Paul. I love the way Chris Paul, he ain't gonna do like super flashy shit, but it's like his pieces, like he gonna have a hat that's fire.
Bro, I always think of him with the like fucking Pharrell hat.
Yeah, his hat.
Not the Pharrell hat.
His like his Drew, like he like my style for a lot of different shit. Like he might like wear a wild P, but the whole outfit. He's not gonna be like Kuz or Russ or Rusty. Russ is out there, but
Russ is Kuz and
but Chris Paul.
I like some of Kuz's stuff, but he got some crazy.
Yeah,
that fucking like
different type of dresses.
Hard to be doing some wild shit, but I like Chris Paul a lot. He might be my favorite. D'Lo definitely has some wild shit. LeBron and Chris Paul have real classy shit. You be like, okay, yep.
LeBron in a suit in the playoffs.
Oh
right.
god!
If I'm going classy, I'm going LeBron. If I'm going comfy,
it's a wrap.
Right now, DeMar, his fits on the planes to the games, he's always rocking the nicest, shoes.
Yeah,
we know that.
DeMar is
DeMar got the little comfy, the little comfy fits I rock with.
Okay.
I like some of Clarkson's shit, but he be doing the Russ and Kuzma where he be get wilded.
He think his ass in Milan somewhere. This is not a fashion week.
You in Utah, bro.
Right. This is not that. Chill out.
League Fits content's definitely interesting though, because it's funny to see these guys that got all the money in the world and they can't
all the money.
League Fits.
Listen,
I'm gonna have to follow this.
That's good content.
Man. You got to. You have.
That's good content.
Oh yeah.
It's just tunnel pictures of NBA players.
Because some people wear some wild shit, and some shit like, okay, I'll fuck with that. I really do. But I ain't got shit else this week. No more outside of that, man. Y'all got anything else I want to say to the people?
I'm glad we had a great start coming back from the break. Needed that. We had a great game every single night at least.
Every night.
Much needed.
Interested to maybe tune into some Hawks games. What else do we got coming up? Definitely still tuning into the teams that made some acquisitions.
Yeah,
for sure. Contenders.
Absolutely.
there should
You
be
really
something.
can get that short list down.
Yeah, there should be something to watch every night, basically till playoffs between college and college and NBA.
I got to get my shit together with school so I can watch all these games.
I hear you. I'm finna start traveling. Like I'm about to be out of town all weekend.
Start putting bullshit in the planner and getting my days planned out so I can watch
different shit. But will Melo, before we get out of here, will Melo get picked up by somebody?
I think it's tough because I don't think teams got roster spots like that.
They saying the Suns want him. They saying the Suns want him.
I think they got the shooting though already.
They do.
Yeah.
Like Terrence Ross was kind of that piece.
And T.J. Warren,
Torrey Craig.
He loves Landry Shamit's ass.
He does.
So
okay,
Monty.
I just want to see y'all thoughts. I was sitting on, so I was trying to see what y'all thoughts were with that. Well, guys, it's been fun. This was a fun ass episode. I feel like they all have been. We're gonna make sure this one does not have terrible audio from none of us. We're gonna make sure this is right, so y'all can see all our beautiful faces all over the place. For week 3 of Uncommon Commentators podcast, for Jay, Jonah, and Zoe, we out. Peace.